Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Ask Lukenessmonster, episode 24, the series on the channel where I answer your guys' questions from the comments down below. So if you guys do want your questions answered, comment down below in this week, and I'll try to answer it in next week's video. And I'm actually doing a giveaway on the channel. At 1,000 subs, I'm giving away this ARC Trooper 3-pack, but you do have to be subscribed to the channel to enter. And so if you aren't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. And we are actually almost to 700 subscribers, which is amazing. So if you aren't subscribed, please hit that sub button. And I kind of set a goal on the channel to hit 1,000 by December, or actually it was January 26th, because that is my 1 year on YouTube. And we are a little ways away, but I think we can do it. So if you aren't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It helps out the channel a lot more than you know. And you guys could get entered in that giveaway. So on to the first question. The first question this week asks, which do you prefer, Clone Wars or The Revenge of the Sith? I prefer Clone Wars, but that's just me. Another question, which do you prefer, Ahsoka or Rey? I say Ahsoka. So, I think that it's hard to compare the Clone Wars and Revenge of the Sith because obviously they're two different things. One is a TV show and one is a movie. I think overall, there's a lot more content in the Clone Wars to like, and because it's a lot longer. There's 7 seasons of 30-minute episodes, where it's a 2-hour movie with I don't know. It's a little bit more than 2 hours, but Revenge of the Sith definitely does not have as much content. But I think they're both masterpieces, and I think it's definitely hard to say which one's better. There's some amazing parts of the Clone Wars that might be better than some parts of Revenge of the Sith, but there's also some parts of Revenge of the Sith that might be better. So in my eyes, they're kind of equal. But yeah, I do love them both. And for Rey and Ahsoka, this is actually a tough question for me. One, because I actually like Rey and I like the sequel trilogy quite a bit. And two, I actually like Ahsoka in the Clone Wars, and I just think she's overused. In Rebels, I'm alright with that, only because of the Vader fight. With the whole Fulcrum thing, I wasn't a terribly big fan of. But I don't know. I think with Clone Wars, actually wrapping up that series good with season 7 and kind of leading into Rebels a little bit, I was fine with that. But I just think in The Mandalorian, don't get me wrong, I love Ahsoka's character, but I think it's too far in The Mandalorian. And then she's also getting her own TV show as well. I don't know, I just think she should have died in the Clone Wars, and they keep bringing her character back, where it's not really needed. I think she's a Clone Wars character, and she should stay in the Clone Wars. But I don't know, that opinion might change once we actually see the Ahsoka TV show. But for right now, I still am actually going to say Ahsoka. I just think Ahsoka has a lot more character development throughout her uh, all her seasons on the Clone Wars and all the way up through the different things she's been in. And that's one reason why I do like her being in those, is because how much character development she does get, where Rey just doesn't get very much character development at all through the 3 movies she's in. Nick asks, question, which are cooler, lightsaber battles or space battles? Definitely lightsaber battles. I think that space battles are cool, but I don't know. Some of them aren't done super well. Like, I know the Rogue One space battle was amazing. Definitely the best space battle in my opinion. Another one that's just amazing is Revenge of the Sith space battle. It's not very long, but I still think is really really cool. Again, there's some of them that aren't as good with in my opinion, the entire Episode 8 space battle. It's just super boring. They're just chasing the ship, and I don't know. It just wasn't really thought through for me. But I do actually like lightsaber battles a lot better. They're all choreographed amazing, and it just really brings out so much character and the skill in the characters. I just really like them. So this is a really really good question, but Gerald asks, Black Series makes figures, helmets, and lightsabers. What else would you like to see the Black Series make? So, one thing I really want them to make is replica props and blasters. So, I know because Hasbro also owns Nerf, so I think that it would be a really cool idea for them to do metal replica blasters. I think you could do obviously a clone pistol. I don't know the exact names of them, but you could do something like the clone pistol blaster rifle. Rifle would be very expensive, I have to guess, if it was metal. And you could do, there's just so many different blasters. You could do the Han Solo blaster, the Princess Leia. There's just so many different blasters and stuff you could do. And with it being like a metal prop replica, I think it'd be really, really cool. The only problem with this, though, is at least in the United States, there are laws to where any toy gun or gun that isn't an actual firearm has to have an orange tip on the end. And that does kind of suck for prop replicas like that, is because Hasbro being a big company like that, they would pretty much legally have to put an orange tip on the prop replica, and it just wouldn't be very cool. It would pretty much take everything away from the blaster and the prop replica itself. And while of course you can paint it to be black, it's just one of those things where it takes so much away from the actual prop replica. That's the main reason why I don't think they've done metal blasters like that. And also, it's a lot more metal, I feel like, and a lot harder to mold than a circular lightsaber. There's a lot more integral pieces and all that kind of stuff. Jacob asks, are you able to remove the Black Series Captain Rex helmet without scratching the head? Some people say that it damages their figure. So, yes, you can take it on and off. It's a very tight helmet. So, obviously, if you take it on and off constantly, it will start to rub and scratch at it. But if, I've taken it off a good 20 or 30 times, and it still hasn't really scratched it a whole lot. Dylan asks, hey man, really loving the great content. Thank you so much. I see you collect mostly Black Series figures. Do you collect any other types of figures? So, I mainly collect Black Series figures. The only other figures I really do get is I get the occasional Vintage Collection figure, but the only time I really do that is if it's a Clone Trooper, of course. So I am giving away the ARC Trooper 3-pack again. It was one that I really, really wanted because I love 5s and Echo, and this is one I had to pick up. So I actually did pick up 2 because it's one that I really love, and I thought it'd be really cool to give back to the community. And yeah, I mainly just collect Black Series though. And also because they just had the more relevant figures at the time that I wanted them. Like I really wanted a Mandalorian and I really wanted a Sith Trooper. And they're both out in the Black Series at the time, but not in the Vintage Collection. So that's another main reason why I started collecting the Black Series. Rennie's review asks, Remnant Stormtrooper or Clean Stormtrooper? So I think they are both really, really good figures. They are the same mold with the new Mandalorian Stormtrooper body. And I think it just depends what you're looking for. I think the Clean Stormtrooper is obviously going to be more effective for any of the original trilogy kind of stuff, but if you're obviously going for more of a Mandalorian vibe, I definitely go with the Remnant Stormtrooper. I think they're both really cool figures, but of course the Remnant Stormtrooper is a Target exclusive, so it is going to be harder to get and more expensive. Adrian asks, question, do you play Call of Duty Cold War, Modern Warfare, or Warzone at all? So, I don't have Cold War yet. I've been wanting to get it. I just don't want to pay $70 for it. I'm probably going to wait for it to go on sale. It's just really expensive in my opinion, and for the other COD games that I do have, that price, like $70, just isn't worth that. It's not worth that much money in my opinion. I don't have Modern Warfare. It's one that I wanted to get, but I'm like, you know what, I'll just wait for the next one. So I was going to get Cold War, and then I'm like, well, you know what, I'll just wait for it to go on sale. So, I'm kind of putting it back, getting a few of them. And then I did actually play Warzone for quite a while, but it was like 150 gigs on my Xbox, and I don't have enough storage to keep it, so I ended up uninstalling it there as well. So the main ones that I do play right now is Black Ops 4 and World War II. Next question says, do you think Mace Windu is still alive after Order 66? Yes, I do. And the only reason I think this is Maul got cut in half and fell down an endless pit, and he survived. Boba Fett got fallen into a Sarlacc pit, and then a giant sail barge exploded and fell on him, and he survived. Palpatine got thrown down a reactor shaft and exploded and still survived. There's just so many characters in Star Wars that the fans keep bringing back, and if the fans want Mace Windu to come back, they're gonna bring him back. It's just how it comes down to. There's so many characters that have died and they've brought back that just seem so dead. They're dead, and they're like, well, actually, he's not dead. The next question also asks, what Black Series lightsaber would you like to see next? So, I actually really like Black Series lightsabers, and there's not a way to really predict what to see next. They're kind of random and what they choose, but I'd love to see an Episode 2 Attack of the Clones Anakin lightsaber. I just think it's one of those where it's kind of a mix of the Episode 3 Anakin and the Darth Vader lightsaber, and it's just one of the cooler ones that we've seen in the movie, and just one I'd like to see as well. I think it'd definitely sell pretty well. Black Series 2020 from Instagram says, who would win, Dooku or Maul? So that is an interesting question, and I would have to go with Dooku. I love Maul, and I also think he is a character that they've brought back a lot, and he should have just died in Phantom Menace. But I think Dooku, he's super highly trained, he pretty much beat both Anakin and Obi-Wan in Attack of the Clones, and he beat Obi-Wan in Revenge of the Sith. So I just think that with how skilled of a fighter he was, he has both Jedi and Sith experience. I just think that Dooku would win. Jay Prasad asks, thanks for answering all my questions. Here's another 2. Have you ever cried watching a Star Wars movie? If so, what made you cry? And what are your thoughts on Bill Burr's character Mayfield? Do you dislike the character or do you like him? So, interesting questions. No, I don't recall crying in a Star Wars movie. I might have when I was younger, but no, not really. Not that I recall. And what are your thoughts on Bill Burr's character Mayfield? During the first season, I absolutely hated him. I thought he was just a loser of a character, and I didn't want to see him again. So whenever they're like, you know what, we need to go save this guy from the prison ship, I'm like, oh, that's going to be a waste of an episode. But episode 2, or it was season 2 when he came back, I love what they did with his character. They put so much character development into one episode, and he's one of my favorite characters from The Mandalorian. And I'm so glad they actually decided to bring him back because of the amount of storytelling and character development they actually put into the character in that one episode is more than any character in the sequel trilogy got. And it's just some stuff you like to see in Star Wars. So King asks, I was at Galaxy's Edge for the opening of Smuggler's Run. I look forward to hitting Rise of the Resistance, very new trilogy-ish. What Star Wars would you like to see integrated into a ride/experience at Walt Disney World? And they have a Star Wars hotel. Would you go? So yes, I would definitely go to the Star Wars hotel, but I think the problem with the Disney stuff is Disney's only going to make rides and Star Wars content that is from their era of Star Wars. So new trilogy, Mandalorian, maybe Clone Wars season 7, and I guess any of the new TV shows that are coming up. But going off that, I would love any of a Revenge of the Sith ride or anything original trilogy, but obviously they're probably not going to do that, even though they have the Star Wars license and all that kind of stuff. I think they're going to do stuff that they've made personally. So I'd definitely say anything Mandalorian would be amazing and something I'd love to see. And would I go to a hotel? Yeah, definitely. I think that'd be really cool. I don't know. I just think it's going to be expensive. Of course, it is Disney World, and I don't know. I'd love to go though. So Felix the Cat asks, what is your favorite and least favorite Star Wars movie? So my favorite is Empire Strikes Back. There's no competition for that. And my least favorite kind of goes back and forth depending on what movies I like and dislike. Normally it's Phantom Menace, but I just rewatched Phantom Menace, and it wasn't bad as I thought it was. But I don't know. I still don't like the movie as much. I think it's one of those where it's a good movie. It just doesn't have very much rewatchability to it because it's mostly storytelling and not a whole lot of action. To where, the first time you see it, it's an amazing movie, but the rewatchability just isn't the best. Probably the movie I dislike as equal to that is The Last Jedi. I actually do like The Last Jedi quite a bit, but I just think the whole Admiral Holdo thing with if she just told Poe her plan, they wouldn't even had to go to Canto Bight in the first place. It was like an entire waste of an hour of the movie, in my opinion. And plus, they're going to kill off Luke anyway. Why didn't they just have Kylo Ren kill him on Crate? That would have redeemed his character for going to try to save his friends. And instead, they just had him die on the planet from overexhaustion. I don't know, it was just stupid, in my opinion. And, yeah. Sammy Salsa asks, favorite lightsaber color? So, mine is probably green. I don't know why, I just think the green color in, the Star Wars universe looks really cool. My favorite, actual lightsaber hilt probably has to be Episode 6, Luke's lightsaber. I just think that's what are some figures missing in the Black Series that I want really badly. So the main figures with that would be, I'm trying to collect all of the Phase 2 clone troopers in the Black Series, and I have Archive Cody and Commander Wolf pre-ordered. So the only 4 that I don't have after that is the Entertainment Earth 4-pack of clone troopers. And I really want those, but they're so expensive, and I don't want to pay super crazy expensive prices for it. And hopefully they re-release those, because I really want those figures and get me all the Phase 2 clone troopers. And that is actually all the time we have for today, so make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you're new so you get entered in that giveaway. And if you do want your questions answered in next week's video, comment down below and I'll try my very best to answer it in next week. And I'll see you guys in the next video.